This presentation of Channel 2 News is a repeat of last night's 11 o'clock newscast, recorded for playback at this time for viewer convenience.
In the spirit of the Northwest, covering Oregon and Southwest Washington, this is Channel 2 News with Steve Dunn, Ron Peterson, Ron Carlson, and the entire Channel 2 News team.
Good evening, everybody. After a roller coaster ride of hope and disappointment, Wasco County officials tonight called off their search for a teenage hunter missing east of Mount Hood. 17-year-old Corey Fay of Sherwood disappeared during a hunting trip in the Mount Hood National Forest near Tye Valley last weekend. Bob High reports that while authorities suspended their effort, the boy's family plans a search of its own.
Searchers combed their last square mile of forest, leaving behind yards of ribbon as markers. Trackers made voice contact with someone believed to be 17-year-old Corey Fay in the area Friday. Searchers earlier also found boot prints here, matching those worn by the teenage hunter.
You know, searchers, anybody find rifles? 3 shots. Number 1 negative.
Gunshots heard in the area were believed to be from other hunters, and search teams found no new trace of the missing boy. Having searched 100 square miles by air and 15 square miles on foot, the search coordinator said the chances of finding Corey Fay were running out.
We've all planned together, we've all looked at probable areas and come up with every possible search theory that we could come up with, and that's the area that you're looking at right here.
But if officials suspended their effort, Corey's family vowed to organize a search of their own.
When I have tracks that are his, there's no way in the world I could turn my back on that and walk out of here. I mean, the job just isn't done. I mean, 90% isn't enough. 100% is enough. Not when you have that kind of evidence. You just can't quit.
The effort continued well past sunset, but after 8 full days of searching, the Wasco County Sheriff's Department decided it could search no more. Officials notified the Fay family immediately, but crews packed up their equipment while other relatives and friends waited for more than an hour and a half before learning the official effort to find their loved one had come to an end. In the Mount Hood National Forest, Bob High, Channel 2 News.
Now, one other note tonight. Family members are asking volunteers to show up tomorrow morning at the Search Base campsite 8 miles west of Tye Valley. Joe Fay's business, Northwest Investment Cars, is organizing that volunteer search and trying to locate two-way radios. If you have communication equipment they can use or would like to volunteer, please call 297-5000 after 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. Again, 297-5000 after 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. In other news, an American hostage, Joseph Scipio, may be less than 2 hours away from freedom after more than 5 years of captivity in Lebanon. The Revolutionary Justice Council says it will release Scipio at 1 o'clock our time tomorrow morning. The group plans to turn Scipio over to United Nations, Syrian, and Iranian officials at a Beirut hotel. The announcement follows the release of 25 Arab detainees by a Lebanese militia allied with Israel. In Pennsylvania, Scipio family members say they've heard rumors of possible releases before, but they're still very optimistic.
It looks very good this time. We feel as though that things look a lot more positive now.
The 61-year-old Scipio worked for the American University in Beirut when he was kidnapped in September of 1986. Meanwhile, United Nations officials report what they call important progress in freeing the other Western hostages. Former American hostage Thomas Sutherland is home tonight. Cheering crowds greeted Sutherland in Fort Collins, Colorado, where he worked as a university professor before going to the Middle East. Sutherland arrived in a private plane, then drove through town in a white limousine. Later, at a welcoming ceremony, Sutherland's daughter Joan, who lives in Gresham, read a letter to her father.
We give to you our love, our laughter, and the boundless spirit of the Sutherland family that you have given to us. We love you.
Sutherland was held captive in Lebanon for more than 6 years. People throughout the world today banded together for a common goal: to spread the word about the dangers of AIDS. Pamela Jordan reports on Portland's role in the 3rd annual World AIDS Awareness Day.
They look like protesters, but they're really peaceful messengers delivering a serious message.
Remember to stay safe, girls.
They passed out stickers, bookmarks, and buttons telling people that today is World AIDS Day.
Well, thanks for being out here.
About 10 volunteers with the Coalition for AIDS Education took over part of Pioneer Square to pass along information about AIDS. Concern for her teenage children prompted Sue Tyson to volunteer today.
You know, when I was a child, the worst thing that could happen if you chose to be sexually active is that you could get pregnant or get a curable venereal disease. Well, now the worst that could happen is they die, and I think that's a very high price to pay because we're afraid to educate our children. You guys want stickers?
Children, adults, everyone is at risk of contracting the disease. The Coalition wants to make sure people here don't forget it.
I think basically what we're trying to do is save lives, to help people to understand how the disease is being spread. It's easy to protect yourself. It's just knowing how to do it.
AIDS was also on the minds of people at the Portland Art Museum's Park Block Revels, an annual holiday celebration. The museum held the revels while simultaneously observing the National Day Without Art. Museum workers draped statues in black and handed out literature about the day. Some were angry that the museum didn't close in honor of the day, but museum officials say staying open was actually more effective.
We'll get to more people than we would have had we closed our doors.
By opening their doors today, museum officials hope they too delivered a message and opened a few minds as well. Pamela Jordan, Channel 2 News.
Now, Portland was just one of many cities observing World AIDS Awareness Day. New York's Museum of Modern Art filled an entire room with blank canvases to represent the works that AIDS victims will never create. In Paris, thousands of candles are on display near the Eiffel Tower, symbols of hope that researchers may soon find a cure for AIDS. And homosexuality is a crime in the Soviet Union, but that didn't stop AIDS activists from handing out condoms and safe-sex literature outside Moscow's City Hall. Well, Portland's Pioneer Square is alive with lights tonight from a giant Christmas tree and from another source.
The
Jewish holiday Hanukkah, the miracle of lights, began tonight. Hundreds of Jews braved the rain to gather at the 8th annual Hanukkah candle lighting ceremony. Hanukkah celebrates how Jewish people won their freedom from the Greek Empire over 2,000 years ago. Each night for the next week, a candle will be lit on a giant 8-armed menorah down at the square. The 8-day Hanukkah holiday ends next Sunday. There's more news still to come tonight. A little bit later, we'll take you to a parade where the bands need a Band-Aid and the floats look like they could sink. But first, the space shuttle suffers a malfunction and is forced to make an early landing.
Main gear touchdown.
In the right hands, even the most functional things can be art. So we asked a sculptor to design a new luxury sedan, the Mazda 929. And while it offers a generous list of safety features and amenities to comfort both mind and body, its richest rewards are for the soul. The new 929, the first luxury sedan from the new Mazda.
It just feels right.
You can get a desirable new look in a very short time. And it won't cost you any money for a very long time at Binion's Optical Superstore. We'll help you choose the perfect frames for your face and have your glasses ready in about an hour. Then make no payments for 90 days when you use your Sears charge at Binion's. Get a better look at Binion's. Buy one, get one free, or get $25 off a single pair with these newspaper coupons.
Men's Warehouse Fashion Update number 4. Athletic cut suits for $100 less.
This athletic cut suit sells nationally for $3.95. At the Men's Warehouse, the same manufacturer's suit is just $2.95. I guarantee it.
Plant a tree, trees for America. Plant a tree today for all the world to share.
With interest-free credit for the holidays, Silo brings out the Santa in everyone. Silo is now offering interest-free credit on TVs, VCRs, camcorders, and audio systems by famous names like Sony, JVC, RCA, Kenwood, Pioneer, and many more. That's interest-free credit on top of our already guaranteed low prices. Plus, Silo's no-hassle return policy makes it easy to shop with confidence. So let Silo bring out the Santa in you with interest-free credit throughout the store, throughout the season.
A pump failed at a Marion County truck stop tonight, spilling about 50 gallons of gasoline. Authorities say the automatic shutoff system failed about 7 o'clock tonight at a pump at the Arco truck stop along Interstate 5 near Brooks. Most of the gas drained into an automatic retrieval system underground, and authorities used absorbent pads to soak up what was left on the ground. Officials believe there was no environmental damage there. In an effort to curtail drug dealing in some Portland neighborhoods, police literally took to the streets overnight. Police arrested 10 people at several locations in North and Northeast Portland after officers posed as street corner drug dealers. The suspects were arrested when they approached the officers and asked to buy crack cocaine. Police say it was an opportunity to, quote, take back the streets. Well, the last space shuttle flight of the year came to an early end today. The shuttle Atlantis landed safely at California's Edwards Air Force Base this afternoon.
Main gear
Touchdown was originally scheduled for Wednesday until a crucial navigation system malfunctioned yesterday. Fortunately, backup navigation equipment continued to function in the meantime. During this week-long mission, the astronauts launched a missile detection satellite into orbit. Atlantis' next flight takes place in late January. Now that the season of giving is underway, our Channel 2 Money Finder is doing his part to live up to that expression. Tonight, Randy Ripplinger has an early Christmas present for a Southeast Portland man, a check for more than $1,300.
Suppose a bank lost track of more than $1,000 of yours, and suppose, the day after Thanksgiving, the Channel 2 Money Finder hands you the check.
Have a good Thanksgiving?
Oh, yeah.
Well, here's something to make it better, $1,300.
Mm-hmm.
Not exactly a $1,300 smile, but then Christmas expenses are coming. We're at work to find Christmas bonuses for 5 other households. Herbert W. Armstrong or Elizabeth Smith are 2 such people. We have no idea where they used to live, but we do know they are entitled to $2,600. Edith Sackett left behind almost $1,100, and C.F. Retizik has more than $1,300 just waiting to be claimed. If you know where Robert L. Litchfield can be found, let him know he has more than $2,000 sitting in the state coffers. And $8,100 is also there in the names of Jamshid Kiav or Amir Kiav. Any of these people can claim their money by writing to the Oregon Division of State Lands, 775 Summer Street Northeast, Salem, 97310, or call us here at Channel 2. Randy Ripplinger, Channel 2 News.
All right, we're going to talk about the Blazers. It was not a thing of beauty, but we'll take the win, won't we?
Yeah, it's not often you get a chance to complain about a win, but we're going to do a little of that tonight. And in the NFL, a fever pitch performance for Chris Miller. He plays with a 103-degree temperature, and the Blazers game was like listening to a bedtime story. But don't nod off yet, because we're driving up with Channel 2 Sports next.
What's this? Oh, $1,000 in gift certificates from Meyer and Frank.
There's more. I got it with our new Oldsmobile. Have a happy holiday, honey.
Make your holiday season more exciting. Buy any new Oldsmobile now and receive a $1,000 Meyer & Frank gift certificate, plus up to a $1,500 factory rebate from Oldsmobile. Only at Herzog Meyer, Metro Olds, Vic Alfonso, Tom Dillon, Friday Olds.
I don't think you can tell the difference.
Oh, boys. 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 Oh.
I'll have what he's having.
Boyd's Coffee. You can tell the difference.
Rude people, they are everywhere.
They don't mean to be ill-mannered.
They just simply lack basic manners.
Monday, learn how to be socially savvy.
Discover phone, dining, and relationship etiquette.
From Ms. Demeanor on AM Northwest, Monday at 9.
Sunday and Monday until 9 p.m. each night at Smith's Home Furnishings. Just when you need it most.
1 year deferred financing.
That's no down payment, no monthly payments, and no interest for an entire year.
Plus sensational low prices on furniture, appliances, mattresses, audio, computers, and electronics.
Only Smith's offers you tremendous selection, great values, and 1 year deferred financing.
That's Sunday and Monday until 9 p.m. at Smith's Home Furnishings.
Just when you need it most.
It's a whole lot more than a four-door. It's a great new way to the great outdoors. It's a whole lot more than a four-door. The new Expo LRV Sport Wagon from Mitsubishi. Maneuverable, comfortable, just the right size. Comfortably seats 5. It's also available with all-wheel drive. It's a whole lot more than a 4-door. It's a whole lot more than a 4-door. The Expo LRV Sport Wagon from Mitsubishi. The word is getting around.
Come see the fun-to-drive Expo LRV at your nearby Mitsubishi Motors dealer today.
Without stars like Michael Adams and Bernard King, the Washington Bullets knew they couldn't run with the Blazers, so they slowed the game down and nearly lulled Portland to sleep. The Blazers win it, but Jerry Murphy reports once again, Portland looks out of tune.
The Blazers come out sluggish, and the Bullets slug away. Larry Stewart for 2 of his 13 first-quarter points. Washington led by 7 after one period, and when A.J. English sticks the jumper, the Bullets were up by 9. Then the Blazer bench comes to the rescue. Wayne Cooper on the jumper. Blazers within 1. Then Robert Pack takes it all the way on the fast break. Portland leads by 1. The Blazers trailed by 1 at the break, but Portland puts together a 19-5 run to bridge the 2 halves. Buck lays it in, Portland by 7. The Bullets won't give in, though. Purvis Ellison with a pair of his 16. Washington within 2 after 3 quarters. For the second time this game, the subs are super. Pack with the one-hander in the lane, 9 for the Pac-Man. Then it's Coop on the offensive boards. Blazers by 4. Cooper with 6 points and 4 rebounds. And how about some effort and intensity? Cliff Robinson rejects Ralph Sampson at the defensive end, and he will lead the break. Danny Ainge will finish. Portland by 8. Then a frightening fall. Jerome Kersey with a bull rush to the basket. He goes down hard after the foul. Kersey goes to the hospital for x-rays on his right forearm. No broken bones, but a bad bruise. And no broken records for the Blazers. They dodged the Bullets 91-87 with big help from the bench.
It was needed, and we wanted to come in tonight and make a difference. We came in, all the guys worked hard. We were able to have the momentum going in our favor by the time the starters got back in, and they carried it the rest of the way.
The Blazers now 10-6 for the season. They're off to Miami to start a 4-game road trip. Jerry Murphy, Channel 2 Sports.
The shot of the day from Detroit guard Lance Blanks from beyond the half-court line. Yeah, had it all away. This game belongs to another Pistons guard today. Isaiah Thomas popping in 22 points for Detroit today. And on this upcoming free throw, he becomes the all-time Pistons scoring leader, passing Bob Lanier. Isaiah already the Pistons all-time leader in steals and assists. Detroit 94, Houston 87. The Beavers will come home with the third-place trophy from the Great Alaska Shootout. Scott Haskin, Chad Scott, both with career games. Oregon State with an 87-72 win over Eastern Michigan. Jerry Rice hadn't caught a TD pass in 6 games, but that drought ends today. Steve Bono to Rice, and he gets away like last week's paycheck, a 47-yard score. The Niners up by 7. The Saints try to answer back, but when Steve Walsh tries to ground the ball, watch it. It slips out of his hand, and that's a fumble, folks. John Johnson scoops it up, and if he didn't run like a guy packing a sousaphone, he would have scored. But it sets up a Tom Rathman 1-yard run. The Niners 38, the Saints 24. New Orleans has dropped 3 in a row. The Colts lose for the 12th time in 13 games, and Dan Marino gets by the 3,000-yard passing mark for an NFL record 8th season. The Dolphins 33, Tampa Bay 14. Now watch closely because this is the only TD in the Chiefs-Seahawks game today. Steve DeBerg fighting tight end Pete Holohan from the 8, and the Chiefs over Seattle 19-6. The Bengals itching to upset the Giants. So how about the flea flicker? Boomer Esiason gets it back. There's Tim McGee, and the Giants go boom in this one. Cincinnati 27, the Giants 24. It's only the Bengals' 2nd win of the year. The Broncos get their 9th win of the year, knocking off the Patriots. Washington clinches the NFC East with a win over the Rams, and the Raiders stay tied for 1st in the AFC West after beating the Chargers tonight. Well, Chris Miller with a cracked rib and fever in Atlanta today. The whole Falcon team looking sick against Green Bay early. Mike Tomczak to Sterling Sharp, and the Packers lead at 28-14 in the 4th. But Miller comes back, and so does Atlanta. Chris to Andre Rison from 18 yards out. The Falcons tie it, and what's that worth to Chris? A double headbutt. There you go. The Pack gets a field goal, but with 41 seconds to go, it's Miller to Rison again. The Falcons get a 35-31 win, and Chris Miller, what does he get? That's right, fans. He gets another double head knocker from his teammates. Thanks, Chris. The Jets driving to take the lead on Buffalo. Rob Moore with the catch, but it's the Heimlich maneuver because he coughs it up. Mark Kelso with the recovery for the Bills, and Jim Kelly will put the game out of reach when James Lofton reaches out to catch this pass for a late score. The Bills clinch their 4th consecutive AFC East title, a 24-14 13 win. Giants outfielder Kevin Mitchell in a lot of trouble tonight. He's arrested in Chula Vista, California on rape and battery charges. Mitchell posted bail and was released last night following his arrest. Now, for the first time since 1932, the Davis Cup belongs to France. The U.S. needed to win both singles matches today to retain the cup, but Guy Forget ends that hope in the very first match. Forget whipping Pete Sampras 7-6, 3-6, 6-3, 6-4 to give the French an insurmountable 3-1 lead in the best-of-5 showdown. And Payne Stewart is Mr. Moneybags at the last day of the skins game. With 8 skins available on the 14th hole, Payne will pull his iron out of the fire and knock it close right there. And then with everybody else missing their putts, Stewart knocks in a birdie. Hey, that's worth 260 grand. But there was another big birdie out there, too, as you can tell. On 17, Curtis Strange wins 3 skins with this 15-foot bird. It's worth 120 grand. After a big day yesterday, John Daly finishes with 160 grand. Jack Nicklaus, the only guy going home without any money. He's shut out in the skins game, but, you know, I think he'll get by. I think he's got a little stashed away.
Yeah, I'm not worried about him.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, Blazers, you know, they win, we still complain about them. I guess we're getting spoiled.
Yeah, we got to work on that.
Yeah, we will. Hey, listen, a little break in the rain maybe for tomorrow?
Well, it'll be cloudy and the rain's decreasing before it comes back. Yes, you can call that a break, a week that it will be. Let's check now the current conditions outside the weather window here at K2 and across the city. We have some foggy conditions, partly cloudy in some areas and some fog building in around the station. Relative humidity is up to 96%. And the winds are calm at the moment. The roads are slick, so drive carefully out there. Wet and oily on the roads. Just be careful. Freezing level at 7,200 feet. Let's check the satellite photo in motion for across the lower 48 states. Jet stream bringing cold air down into the California valleys for frost tonight, swinging around, picking up some moisture, and that generated some snow into the Arizona region today. As a matter of fact, we have a little bit of video to show you the fun that people in Arizona... Remember, this is Arizona. This isn't Michigan. This isn't Oregon. This is the place where they don't know about snow. Back to the rest of the country, here's what's been happening around the lower 48 today. Wintry weather advisory for northern Texas, Oklahoma, and into Louisiana, Arkansas with freezing rain and ice storms there. Some snow in the mountainous regions of West Texas. Snow and windy around a low-pressure system in the Montana area. Looking for thunderstorms along this frontal system and still record warm temperatures along the southeastern seaboard. Radar picture at this time shows still rain showers, some heavier through parts of Louisiana into Mississippi, and some rain and snow in the northwest. High temperatures today, 31 degrees in Albuquerque, 26 degrees in Denver, 81 degrees in Brownsville, Texas, 63 in both San Francisco and Los Angeles. Here in Portland is 48. That's 1 degree off what's average, 40 degrees for the low. Sunrise tomorrow morning, 7:31 and 4:29 the sunset. We finish out November with 6 1/3 inches, and that's over an inch above what the average is for the month. Again, the rest of the high temperatures around the Pacific Northwest, 30s, 40s, and 50s on the east side, 40s and 50s on the west side. Lows look like this with 30s in the valley, in the mid-30s above the freezing mark. We're looking for some windy conditions to move in through the eastern side of Oregon and Washington. Rain in the west, maybe some light snow showers to the Cascades, and that could mean 1 to 4 inches of snow accumulation at the higher elevations. Otherwise, rain showers. And the weather pattern looks like this. High pressure still holding and will give us a brief respite, Steve, of rain a little bit tomorrow before more rain builds in. Let's check the forecast for your area now and see what we can expect for tomorrow. Along the beaches, look for cloudy conditions and maybe some afternoon rain with the winds out of the west, 5 to 15 miles per hour. For the coastal waters, forecast is calling for rain there and winds out of the west and blustery, 10 to 20 knots and swells to 7 feet. For the western valleys, cloudy with a chance of a little rain maybe in the afternoon, especially to the northern portions of the valleys. In the Cascades, maybe the higher elevations, 2 to 4 inches of snow, otherwise some rain at the pass level. And for the Columbia Gorge, look for mostly cloudy conditions with a chance of light rain to the west, with the highs around 50 degrees, overnight lows in the 40s. For the east side of the state, mixed bag, maybe a little snow by some morning, a little light dusting. Otherwise, mostly cloudy tomorrow. The Bend-Redmond area probably around the freezing mark. Pendleton above that with the highs tomorrow in the mid-40s. And for the Portland-Vancouver area, we'll see the rain decreasing tonight. Mostly cloudy tomorrow with more rain building in for Monday night into Tuesday. The overnight lows and the top side of 40 and the highs top side of 50 degrees.
Cloudy with no rain is a break as far as I'm concerned.
Not no rain.
Well, less rain.
Yes.
How's that for you? Thanks very much. Have a great week. Still to come on Channel 2, some Californians prove there's nothing like a parade, or at least nothing like this parade. Stay with us.
Every so often, Halley's Comet returns. The planets align. Snow falls at Miami Beach. And one car line and its dealers, top 3 of J.D. Power and Associates' most prestigious customer ownership surveys. Visit your history-making Lexus of Portland dealer today.
Christmas is a time to celebrate, and Vancouver Mall is the place to experience your Christmas fantasy because we've decked our halls with magic just for you. You'll like shopping in our gift wrap stores, and of course Santa will be there, handing out free Mother's cookies. Mother's cookies. Nobody cares like mothers. Enjoy a Christmas fantasy at Vancouver Mall. Don't forget our special extended hours. Happy holidays from Vancouver Mall.
You know, reading to kids is important. That's why BP is offering a classic collection of Winnie the Pooh children's books.
Read this one next. This one too?
Sure. These charming tales have been delighting families for generations. There's 6 hardcover books, each one just 89 cents with every fill-up of BP gasoline, plus a free collector's case. Okay, who's first?
Me.
I had to ask.
The Winnie the Pooh collection now at BP. BP on the move.
The all-new WKRP in Cincinnati has some new faces.
No kidding.
There's the morning team.
Oh, we have less sex than Charles and Di.
The evening team.
I'll be your guide to dreamland. It's Mona till midnight.
And the new man in charge. Plus your old favorites.
I'm going to take care of all the babes around here.
It's the all-new WKRP in Cincinnati.
Just like the old days.
Tonight at 11:30 on KATU Channel 2.
Finally tonight, while so many towns had Christmas parades this weekend, none was quite like the Doodah Parade. The 16th occasional Doodah Parade, as they call it, wound through the streets of Pasadena, California today. Forget your typical drill team. Here they marched with briefcases while wearing gray suits and red power ties. Instead of a band, the Bucket Brigade banged out the theme to the Addams Family. The event even drew some famous marchers, or at least people who looked famous. The Doodah Parade started in 1978 as a spoof for the city's annual Tournament of Roses Parade. And some people probably look forward to that one a little bit more. Have a great week, everybody. Thanks for watching. Good night.
This Channel 2 newscast was a repeat of last night's 11 o'clock news program.
I really couldn't find anything that really worked or looked natural until I seen a commercial on Hair Club for Men. And I thought, well, why don't I send away for the brochure?
Our booklet contains a comprehensive discussion about hair loss, Hair Club's non-surgical strand-by-strand method, and our latest innovation, the Polyfuse method, which literally fuses top-quality human hair to your own hair.
When I went to the Hair Club and I got my system, it really gave me more ways to be able to do my hair, and I could do it in more of a 90s fashion, and that made me feel a lot more comfortable when you're in clubs and, you know, wanting to ask people to dance, and you don't want to look like you're 40 when you're 24, 23 years old.
Once I had the process done, now I can be spontaneous. I can swim when I want to and not worry about my hair, towel dry my hair, get out, catch some rays, and the wind doesn't affect me anymore. I don't mind the wind at all.
And by the way, I'm not only the Hair Club president, but I'm also a client.
Choose the sport. Choose your Channel 2 sports opponent.
Look at, he's going 3.
Then get ready for a challenge, the Channel 2 Sports Challenge.
Enter the Channel 2 Sports Challenge at any of the Bob Lamphere dealerships in Beaverton. If your name is chosen, you'll take on a member of the Channel 2 Sports team.
Watch the Channel 2 Sports Challenge Friday on Channel 2 News at 5 and 6:30.
Dumped after 34 years of marriage, Nex Donahue.